Now to a closer look at key West Australian electorates. Here's ABC reporter Andrew O'Connor.
With some polls predicting a hung parliament, the results in WA's key marginal seats could prove vital in next Saturday's election. The seats in play here are Stirling and Cowan in the city's north, and Swan, Canning and Hasluck in the city's south and east. In 2007, WA voted against the national trend which propelled Kevin Rudd into power, leaving Labor with just 4 seats in WA. And analysts say with issues like the mining tax and asylum seekers, this time the government will be lucky just to hold them.
And I'm joined by Tim Hammond, our candidate for Swan.
Tim Hammond's campaign for the ultra-marginal seat of Swan was seen as the government's best hope of gaining a seat in Western Australia. A margin of just 0.3% means Liberal sitting member Steve Irons needs more votes just to hang on. But political analysts believe that's what will happen.
On Steve Irons as the incumbent against a very capable candidate, Tim Hammond. In better times, I think, a better campaign, Tim Hammond might have been able to win.
Alana McTiernan's run at federal politics requires toppling Liberal Don Randall in the neighbouring seat of Canning.
I would imagine that Alana McTiernan will make quite a bit of ground on Don Randall compared to last time, but I think she'll find it very hard to win.
Hasluck is the danger seat for the government. With a margin of just under 1%, sitting ALP member Sharon Jackson is facing Liberal Ken Wyatt, who hopes to become the first Indigenous person elected to the House of Representatives.
It does look to me as though this could be a very interesting fight indeed. At this stage, I couldn't say which way it would go.
Look, I think it might fall to the Liberal Party at this stage.
North of the river, Stirling is held by Liberal Michael Keenan by 1.3%, up against Labor hopeful Louise Durack.
He performed very well at the last election, and I would imagine he'll hold the seat, even though the margin on paper is very small.
In Cowan, Liberal Luke Simpkins holds the same margin against challenger Chaz Hopkins.
I think Luke Simpkins will hold that as the incumbent against Hopkins.
But with so many marginal seats in Queensland and New South Wales, WA's key marginals will only have national implications if the election result goes down to the wire. In that case, losses and gains here could prove decisive. Andrew O'Connor, ABC News.